What is up, YouTube? This is Josh over here at American AF Dumpster Rentals. It is Tuesday. It is a beautiful day out here in DFW, and it's a great day to make money at the end of the day. So, listen, you clicked on this thumbnail. I think you kind of know where I'm going to go with this. I am going with the fuck all the noise, fuck all the BS, and here's what I mean by that. At the end of the day, we run a business, okay? We run our business, and we run it the way we see fit. So whether it be by experience, previous experience in other businesses, in my case, long-term experience in this business, I'm going on almost 3 years now in business. And, you know, I mean, I run the business how I see fit. There's 1,000 ways to skin a cat, and there's 1,001 ways to run a business, plain and simple. And we make our rules. So you make what works for you and your business, and what works for me and my business may not work for you in your area or your business, and vice versa. What works for you may not work for me. But at the end of the day, this channel is strictly a journey of my process, and if I can help some people along the way by the videos that I make, by putting out the information, by putting out the context that I have made over the years on my channel, then that's freaking awesome, and that makes me feel like so much better. It makes me feel like, you know, accomplished. And I love helping people. At the end of the day, I love helping people, but not everything I say is gonna work for you, and it may not even make sense to you. So fuck the noise, fuck what other people think about you, fuck what other people think about how you're running your business. If it works for you, you do it, and if it doesn't, move on to the next one. You know, I've always said I like throwing a bunch of darts at the wall. I like throwing just a bunch of things at the wall sometimes and just seeing what sticks. And if something sticks, you move on to the next level with it, or you move forward with it. And if it falls off, you move on. And that's just it. Like, I have done so many things in my life that have not worked. You know, my wife and I owned a gift shop when we were like 20, and that was terrible. That was a big miss, hit and a miss. I have owned, what did I do one time? I did all that multi-level marketing stuff at one point, where I tried to sell. I sold Kirby vacuum cleaners. I mean, for those of you guys that are as old as I am, or if not older, and you know, you go way back, I mean, you know that the door-to-door salesman of a Kirby vacuum cleaner was not an easy life. I did that for about 3 months. In my first month, I was a top salesman of Kirby vacuum cleaners. I think I sold like 8 for Kirby's, going door to door. And what I would do is I would, you know, shampoo people's half of their living room and leave the other half unshampooed, and said, hey, do you want to, if you want the other half of your carpet to look as good, you might have to, you know, you're gonna have to buy it with these easy payment plans. Or, you know, Kirby also had a, I'm going on a tangent here, but Kirby also had this like, was mattress cleaning attachment, right? Where you would vacuum up your mattress, and it was amazing how nasty people's that mattresses were, and just clean people. I mean, I'm sure if I vacuumed mine today, it'd probably come up all nasty, but I would pull up and it would be this clear little glass thing that it would vacuum everything into, so you can see what you're pulling out of it. And I would clean out people's mattresses, and only do a section. And if they wanted the other section cleaned out, well, guess what? You had to buy a vacuum. So, I even did that, you know what I'm saying? And granted, that was awesome, but I had a brand new car, my first brand new car at the time ever. And I was like, I'm putting a ton of miles on this car to sell vacuum cleaners. So I've done a lot of things in my point is, I've done a lot of things in my past that some work and some don't. And that's kind of what we have to do in business. Look, 1 in like 3 businesses fail in the first year. And then I think it's like 3 out of 5 businesses fail in the first 5 years. It's some crazy number like that. So all this channel is a tool in your tool belt to use. And if you can get certain golden nuggets out of this channel that help you make your business better, great. That doesn't mean everything I spit out on this channel is going to work for you in your business. That doesn't mean it's going to work for me and even in mine. I may just be saying things that may work for a little while, and then later on down the road, maybe I decide to change. I have changed my pricing structure numerous times throughout this business because I'm learning as well. I'm learning the business. I'm learning how to keep customers happy I'm learning my bottom line. I'm adding more expenses, so my prices have to go up sometimes. I'm adding more dumpsters, so sometimes my prices have to come down because of, what is it called? Supply and demand. So it's just, it is what it is. If you don't agree with me with certain things, great. I don't expect you to agree with me on everything. I don't expect myself to agree with myself on everything, to be honest with you. And then like I said, sometimes I may say things and I change it later on. I went with dump trailers back in the day, and dump trailers was where it was at for me. And I loved having a dump trailer. I really liked my US built dump trailer. But that doesn't mean that was going to be my ultimate business plan. At the time, maybe it was. But I started looking, and my business evolved and it changed. And I said, okay, I need to get into the roll-offs. So then I did a roll-off trailer. Again, biggest mistake in this business was buying a very cheap roll-off trailer, plain and simple. I bought the cheapest of the cheap roll-off trailer, and I ended up paying for it. I mean, I got my money back, don't get me wrong, but I paid for it with time and headaches. So again, point is, fuck all the noise. Run the business the way you want to run the business. At the end of the day, nobody else is paying your bills. Nobody else is putting money in your bank except for your customers, and you're providing a service for that. So don't worry about what other people gotta say. You know, for those of you guys that are watching this channel and you don't agree with something, that's fine. I understand that, and I agree with it. I understand completely, and I'm okay with it, because your opinion does not bother me, because we all have opinions. And again, just because it works for you may not work for me, and vice versa. So, you know, for example, you know, I owned the limo company for 16 years, okay? 16 years I owned this limo company, and for 13 out of 16 years, we did what everybody else did in the industry. We included drinks with our limos. So if you booked a limo, it would come fully stocked with sodas, water, and ice. And we did that for 13 years. COVID hit, and we didn't know what was going on with COVID. We didn't know how to, because, you know, obviously, if we packed, you know, if we had 12 packs of sodas in the coolers, you know, we would get it back, and we didn't know, like, you know, we would reuse them. Obviously, we would, if it hadn't been opened, if the soda cans had not been opened, you know, we would put that back in our inventory, and we would stock it and put it back in the next limo, maybe. So, you know, so when COVID hit, we didn't know how to clean it. We didn't know how, you know, money was tight. So we said, you know what? Let's just charge for drink packages. If somebody wants a drink package, it was also an added upgrade. If somebody wanted a drink package, they had to pay extra for it. This was probably one of the first times anybody has ever charged extra for drinks in a limousine. Because I'll tell you what, when I posted that in one of our limo forums, the shit hit the fan. Everybody was like, oh my God, you're gonna go out of business. Yeah, I can't believe you're doing that. That's so terrible. Look, when I go to a restaurant and I order a meal, I don't expect my drinks to be free. I don't expect my sodas to be free. Okay, glass water, yes, but bottled water, no. When I go to a sporting event, a concert, anywhere, I don't expect, nobody gives me drinks for free. Nobody. You go on an all-inclusive cruise and you have to pay for sodas. So why am I giving away these drinks for free in the limos? So I ended up adding a drink package to the limos, and guess what? That added an extra 6.72% to my bottom line. Basically, profit over almost 6 just on drink packages and upgrades. What does that tell me? That tells me people are willing to pay for the extras. People understand that they're not just randomly giving something for free, and it is what it is. So even though other limo companies like, oh my God, like you're going against, you know, everything that we've always done all these years, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so be it. If it didn't work, I would have changed it. If I felt like I was losing customers over it, I would have changed it. But I didn't. I got an extra, I did not lose any kind of reservations. My reservations stayed the same. If not, they increased over the time. And on top of that, we got an added 6% on top of the bottom line. So screw the norm. Do what you feel that you want to do. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Move on to the next one. That's my opinion. That's my advice. Fuck all the noise. Don't worry about whatever anybody else is talking about you or saying about you, because at the end of the day, again, they're not paying your bills. You are. do what you do, and make your money. Until next time, guys, love y'all. We will see you on the next one. Make sure you like, subscribe, smash the notification bell, and fuck the noise.